Sam, collecting data is one thing, but if it's not used, it's absolutely worthless. How does ZEISS Smart Services collect that data, and how does it benefit your customers?
Yep, great question, Gio. So from a ZEISS perspective, we have recently introduced our smart services, which absolutely, as you said, is collecting the data and we're transferring it into a system that makes it useful and brings value to the customer. So how it works from a ZEISS point of view is we have two elements. The first element is the dashboard, which collects data from the controller, various elements including the measuring room temperature, your workpiece temperature, collision data, operating data, workload utilisation, etc. And that's all managed through a dashboard which the customers can access remotely or in the field or wherever you have an internet connection to access the machine.
Now the dashboard, it sounds expensive. How do people download the dashboard? And is it only for ZEISS users?
Currently, yes, only for ZEISS users. There is some prerequisites in terms of what hardware you need to have for us to be able to connect. But the great thing is at the moment, for the next 12 months, we are offering this free of charge for all of our contract customers. So get in touch with your ZEISS representative or through our customer care team, and then we can get you connected. It's a very quick, simple process to be connected.
So when collecting this data, how can you potentially help your customers remotely?
Yep, great question again, Gio. So from a remote perspective, we can obtain the data. It allows us to better diagnose what the fault is. Unfortunately, our machines, like any machines, will have some problems from time to time, and our priority is on fixing those issues as quickly as possible and minimising any downtime to the customer. So we can collect the data and it allows us to do a better diagnosis of what the issue potentially is so that we can come to site first time and fix the issue with the correct spare parts. The second element from there is that we actually can offer a predictive element where we can do a remote health check, which is a little bit like an MOT on a car, where we look at various parameters within the machine, but with that we can predict before the machine may have an issue so that we can try and plan for a time that's convenient for our customers, that we can come and correct any potential issues.
So preventive maintenance, really, keeping that production and downtime down to a minimum.
Absolutely, yeah. Smart Services is really focused on exactly that, is maximum uptime for the customer. And if we can fix the issue remotely, then that's our obviously best case scenario. But worst case scenario, we come to site knowing what the issue is with the correct spare parts, and we fix the issue on the first visit.
Now data, it's all good and well, again, using this data, but some people have data that's quite sensitive.
Yep.
How do you deal with that kind of data?
Good question. I'm not an IT expert, but from my perspective, within ZEISS, it's a secure encrypted connection. We have IT experts within ZEISS. We have a white paper that talks about how the connection works, what the requirements are, and how we encrypt the data from the controller. The data that's taken is only from the customer's controller.
So this is just really creating a win-win scenario effectively. You're making your customers more efficient, you're making sure that their machines will continually run. In the worst case scenario, for example, the machine was going to go down, but you didn't have the part that day, what could you do in that scenario?
So occasionally, depends what the issue is, Joe, but if we have the ability where we can reduce parameters on the machine, so the machine won't operate as optimally as it should do, but we can reduce some certain parameters to get the machine still running so that you get some utilisation from the machine, so that you've then got a machine that you can use, and then it enables us to come back to site the following day and we can fix the issue.
Thanks, Sam. So there you have it. ZEISS Smart Services, a free service that you need to make the most of. Contact ZEISS.